Hey, I'm Paul with Traditions Realty. Let's dive into the numbers and talk about what's going on. Start with new listings. You can see here red is 2023, green is 2024, and blue, that upward shooting star there, is actually this year, 2025. And no, that's not a typo. We've had over 18,000 new listings hit the market here in May. That's up 20% from last year and 32% from 2023. So that's a ton of homes hitting the market here in May, and it's been pretty consistent. You know, we had that big jump here in March, and it's just been crazy. Now, to give you some perspective of how high these numbers are, you're like, okay, maybe just last couple years, maybe this is just kind of aberration. Let me show you here, going back all the way to 2019. Look at this. This is crazy. You can just kind of look here and past since 2019. This is nice kind of traditional line here of, hey, we get more homes on the market in the summer, and then we kind of tail off in the fall and the winter. But here in 2025, it's just like, boop, and just shot straight up. And so that's a ton of homes hitting the market here as compared to the last couple years. And if, again, like I said earlier, if you're driving around seeing more homes on the market, your sense is right. We definitely have more homes on the market. So let's look at the active listings here. These are the single family homes 2023, 24, and blue is 2025. So that's a lot of houses on the market at almost 38,000 single family homes. And we're up 35% year over year. That's a ton of houses. We haven't had this in a while. I mean, since COVID, since before COVID, we haven't had this many homes on the market. And so it feels weird. It feels like the market is like gonna crash and things are terrible. But I'm here to lay your fears. We're not right there. Let's look some more at some numbers here. Pending homes here past 2 years, we're actually up. We're higher than they were, in 2023, which was closest. And here in 2025, almost 9,500 homes sold pending here in April and May. And that's a good amount. We're up 20% from, last year. So that's great. So we're getting more listings. Some of these homes are starting to go pending. Let's see if we're starting to get them sold. Looking at the homes sold here in the last 2 years. And we've been pretty steady since, the start of the year. We're up a little bit right now, almost 7% year over year. And so more pending homes, obviously we're gonna get some more sold homes. And so we may sell some more houses here. So I don't think the supply, I don't think the rate of which homes are selling is going to match the supply right now. I definitely think we're gonna have more home inventory for a little while. But you can kind of see that, okay, we're selling more houses, some more homes are going pending. So it's not like the buyers are just dropping off the market. We just have too many homes hitting the market right here all at once. So with more inventory, I think prices are gonna come down, and they haven't for the past couple months. Let's take a look at it right now. And lo and behold, we're actually down almost 1%. So we're kind of in the summertime, staying right in between that 330, 340 range. So I think that's kind of where we'll end up. Maybe come back down a little bit here from next month's come out. The stats come out here, but I don't think we'll see a big drop off in price, maybe more toward the fall months. I do think right now with more inventories from the slower areas that you can negotiate a little bit better deal. But again, it's just not like prices are just falling off the cliff. But people do get worried about the market crashing, and rightly so. I mean, hey, your equity and your money's tied up into your home, and that's awesome. But take a look at this chart, because here you can kind of see foreclosures and bankruptcies chart here since, 2003. Kind of see how the bankruptcies were just crazy here in the early part of the 2000s. And then obviously foreclosures just increased, 2007 through 2012, 2010, and then dropped off dramatically. So we're still way over here. This is super low. So once we start seeing foreclosures and bankruptcies and everything going crazy like that, then you should start being worried. But right now, a lot of people are able to pay their mortgage, be able to pay their rent, even with inflation. But until this goes crazy, we're not going to have a housing crisis. All right, looking at single family homes here in June, we're up 7%. Average sales price is down almost 1%. Active listings, total active listings, all properties, single family homes, townhomes, and condos, they are up 29.4%. That's insane. That's a lot of homes and properties on the market. So months of inventory, 3.9 to 5.2, increase of 1.2 months, which we're basically, getting closer to, we're right here in the, average market, trending toward a buyer's market. So keep that in mind. And pending homes are up 20%, so that's a great sign for home selling. Talking about interest rates, let's move on to that because that's important. Pulled up this graph here from Freddie Mac, kind of see the average 30-year fix here in the blue line and the 15-year fix in the green line. Yeah, we're a little bit higher up there where we've been, but we've been pretty steady, between 6 and 7 here for the past year. I know that's higher, obviously, than 3.5, but right now 6.84% and 5.97% for the 15-year. That's going to be pretty much what to expect, and we're going to see little jibs and jibes and ups and downs, but this has been pretty steady here for the past year. Hopefully they drop here soon, but focus on buying a great house, and then you can always, work on refinancing or getting a rate modification later on when they do drop, and I'm sure at some point they will. So that's it. My name is Paul with Traditions Realty. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and you can see me in the next one.